Hey, this is Todd from TT Bike Fit. Wanted to do a little closer up look at the Argon 18 E-119 Plus. This is one of our favorite super bikes. This is a really clean, conventional bike, super aero, super well integrated. Basically, with this bike, you're getting everything you need right out of the box, and everything is really cleanly integrated. Overall, it's really one of the cleanest bikes out there. You can see the way that the front end has been blended into the frame. The stem cover is a whole proprietary front end that comes with the bike, the bars, integrated stem, bayonet fork, and it blends in really well with their really nice bento box here, and it just creates a super clean front end, really long airfoil section off of the head tube, and then these are all cam-tailed shapes as well. So you've got a really broad down tube, but you've also got the cam tail, so effectively you've got a much broader airfoil shape here. So really likely to be super aero. You can see the very low seat stays here, which is a trend we've seen in a lot of the conventional bike shapes these days, and the brake being up here, which is unique. Among these aero bikes, many of them are under the bottom bracket, which is kind of an inconvenient place. Here we have the brake oriented horizontally and at the top of the seat stays. And I've got this cover, got the screws off of this. You can pull this cover off. And actually the thing you don't need to do, this snaps on here, so give me a second, there we go. Really unique brake mechanism. Rotating cam in here. Cable comes up from underneath inside the frame, rotates around this cam. You've got these little posts here which are adjustable from outside, so you don't really ever need to remove this cover. You basically just stick your 4mm wrench in here and turn the screw, and that sets the brake pad width. So if you've got different width wheels, it's super easy to adjust for your different wheel widths. While we're looking at brakes, you might as well look at the front one here. Come around to the front. So front brake also, it's a little different design. It's got a triangular cam in here, but same thing from the standpoint that you just stick a wrench in this hole, turn the screw, and it changes the width of your brake pad. So again, really easy. Don't even have to remove the cover, and the brakes are just super solid, and the travel on the brake lever is nice and short. So probably the best overall braking system I've seen on any of these bikes for sure. Front end, while we're looking at it, you can see if you look down from the front here, just how clean this is. There's basically nothing here extraneous to catch the wind, and you've got a range of riser options. You've got a tilt riser here, which allows you to tilt the bars up to 15 degrees plus with a single screw adjustment. That can also be removed for an extra low setting. You can see the tilt mechanism here. That could be removed for an extra low setting. Right now I've got 2 centimeters of spacers in here, as well as the riser, so the tilt riser. So this at a minimum can go all the way down here on the bar, which is 4 centimeters lower than this, and it can go up an additional 6. So you got a 10 centimeter stack adjustment here. Reach is adjustable through, there's a flippable wing here, which is just 4 screws, pops up, flip it around. It's got 2 sets of holes, so you've got about 7-8 centimeters of reach adjustment in here as well. There's a number of holes in the cups as well, and they're reversible. So with all those combinations, you can get a fair bit of reach. There's just one stem length. It's about equivalent to about a 75 millimeter stem, and it's horizontal. These are relatively low bikes stack-wise, and you do the horizontal stem. Reach is pretty moderate to short, so it's a little bit of a unique shape versus some other bikes that are out there. One of the other, you see the Torhand Z, which the bike comes with here. So that is that's an off-the-shelf unit, but it fits in really well with the rest of the bike. I already mentioned the bento box, that's part of the package. And then the other part of this Plus package, which you also get on the E-117 Plus, which is less expensive, and can also be purchased separately if you have a regular E-119 or a regular E-117, is this Tailwind system. So it's a special seat post and this whole rear storage hydration unit. And so you've got this, what looks like a really large box, and it is really large. You could put a rain jacket in there. I mean, if you can't fit everything you need bring with you into this box, something's wrong. And the thing about it is that the box actually improves the rider's aerodynamics in that it cleans up the flow coming off the rear of the rider here. So it's not just for a lot of storage, it also improves aerodynamics. However, if you decide that, you know, at any time you don't want to have the box on there, it's quite easy to remove, which this whole unit actually comes out. There's just a little lever. This thing's going to go flying out. So a little lever underneath. You pop open, that slides off, so you can just have the 2 cages on here. You can also change this to a 1 cage setup if you want. And to adjust it or get rid of it altogether, we're talking about 1 screw. Unit slides out, you can run it without it altogether. And then that also allows you to adjust the tilt and how close you want it to your saddle or how far away you want from your saddle. 1 screw does all that, locks in there real nicely. So it's a very clean, well thought out system. You know, so you're getting your storage, you're getting your front and rear hydration. It's all meant to work well with the bike, and it's all very well thought out and engineered. And one thing you do get with these Argon 18 bikes, the engineering is just fantastic. They've got, you know, really clean manuals for each bike, very detailed. So if you're the kind of person who likes to work on your own bike, likes to understand everything about it, these bikes come with the manuals and the full parts lists and everything else. And so you won't be kind of left out in the cold wondering, you know, how something works or how you should take it apart or what torque it should be at. So I'm just putting this back on. There it is. Snap back on. And that's it. So definitely, you know, Argon 18 isn't that well known in many parts of the country. You go out to Kona, you see tons of these bikes. They always do well in the bike count, but certain parts of the country, up here in the Northeast, they aren't that well known. Although we're working on improving that a little bit. But it's definitely a bike to put on your list if you're looking in the superbike range and you want something that's really clean, really integrated, really aero, but yet is still a conventional bike shape.